Hello, welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to change the battery in the Medtronic MiniMed insulin pump. I've detached it from myself. The battery lasts 2 to 3 weeks is the typical length of time. I find it's a AA battery. It can be alkaline, rechargeable, nickel metal hydride, or lithium. I use rechargeable batteries most of the time just to save on the environment, so I'm not throwing away batteries. It also allows me to change the battery before it actually goes low because I don't lose any money. I can replace the battery anytime. So right now my battery on the status screen, my battery shows that it's about half full. It's been about 2 weeks. I'm not going to wait for it to alert me that my battery is low because I don't want to get that alert to change the battery in the middle of the night or at an inconvenient time. So I do this ahead of time. So I detached it from myself, and I am going to use a penny or a dime to open up the battery compartment there. And as soon as I do that, it's going to start beeping at me. I took the battery out and it says insert battery, and it's beeping. I have another battery to put in. It's pretty simple. Okay. It's back in and it's working. It's very quick to replace the battery in this pump. It's not a problem at all. One tip is that if you are using rechargeable batteries, wait for the battery to cool down. So when you charge it, it usually warms up. I have a battery in the charger right here. And it doesn't take too long to charge it. I'm using a Panasonic battery, rechargeable battery. I will place a link in the description to those batteries. It costs more upfront to buy these batteries, but over the long term, you will save money compared to buying lithium batteries and probably even compared to buying alkaline. Like I said, it's really easy to replace the battery, and you can do it anytime. So I don't let the battery go all the way low. I replace it when it's still at the medium power level, and that way there's no sudden interrupt that I need to replace the battery. However, in my experience, even if you get the low battery alert, you do have some time before it actually will stop working from low battery. But electronics, it's better to use them with batteries that have enough power just in case. So that's my tip. This pump has been very good for me. I have a lot of other videos on YouTube. I'm using an aftermarket case with a clip. I'll also link to that. Check out my free ebook, What They Don't Tell You About Insulin Pumps, But I Will. What you really need to know before starting. How to navigate the ups and downs of pump life. Lessons they don't always teach you in training. Personal stories, hard-won wisdom, and honest advice. Get your free copy today at insulinpumplife.com or scan the QR code pictured here. When I was diagnosed with Linnea diabetes, my endocrinologist said I was a good candidate for an insulin pump. At the time, I had no idea what an insulin pump was, and it just felt very scary. Fast forward many years, and now I use an insulin pump, and it's been a very good decision. Insulin pumps have become very advanced, and it makes my life easier. However, it's not all rainbows, so definitely if you're thinking about an insulin pump or want to know more about an insulin pump, check out my free ebook on my website, insulinpumplife.com. If you have any questions, just ask in the comments below. And check out my other videos. Thank you.